Hello, David Bradley here from, yes, the TV room. So I have written down the keys that are having issues. I have indeed. And I'm just moving things out of the way. I am. Especially things like this, because of course, it's time to plug in the iron. Because I'm going to have to undo these two little wires. I shall. I must. So, yeah. This is most frustrating. I wonder, though. Let me just look at this here. Is there anything that went wrong when I put the board back together? And I don't think so. I think it's fine. I think it's just dandy. And so, oh, there is one thing I could do better. Oh, yeah. I could actually have this camera aimed. This little tripod is a beautiful thing. It really is. But I really don't think it handles this big old camera that well. I really don't think it does. Oh, okay. Okay. Get this all juiced in there. Oh, yeah. All right. We are juiced. So we will take out the screws again. Meanwhile, the iron is heating for 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I know this is fun. 9, 10. I will look very carefully at the board. But it may be just one of those things. And I know there are people who get this special paint to put onto keys because maybe, just maybe, might be at the stage where things just ain't going to be. But I'm hoping that that is not the case. Oh, sorry. I guess I could turn this around for the last 3. Was that 3? Yes. That would be 3. Okay. So the board is once again free. Now, I don't know if the iron is ready, and I don't like these hoity-toity little connections. They're not great. Maybe when I put them on, I will try and hit them with a little more solder. And now I have this tape here, which may not be helpful in this endeavor. There we go. That came off nicely. Just touch it quickly. Pry it off. Didn't do it. Okay. So we are separated. And now, I guess I hate having a hot iron sitting here. The iron is unplugged, so the wires are unsecured, and this can come off. It can. Yeah. See, there is still, I don't know if you can see it there. There is still some residue. That I thought was better cleared away. But it's not really on the contacts. I wonder. Wonder who boo boo boo. And also, you see this there, right here. I just wonder if there's something broken there. I wonder if there is trace trouble. I don't know. I'm trying to get fire up the sound. I'm sure that isn't helping. Ugh. I'm gonna get the quad focals on. And get a good look in here. And just see what I see. If I see anything. Because here's down where the keys are. Right here. Right here is the collection of most of the troubled keys. You know what I might do? I might take this thing here. I might lay it there. And I don't usually do this. I might put a whole bunch of alcohol onto this rag. Put that down. And then rub the board all over with it to try to get more of a complete clearing of the residue from whatever it was that was in there. Now this does not mean I'm not going to do more of this with the Q-tips. And now I'll let this sit and dry. Woo. Woo, that's a strong smell. Okay, that is not going near the solder. I will throw this away. Do I have another? I have another. Let's get that out of here. Okay. Alcohol away. Now, just take a quick look at this. Looks some bitter, but we'll see. All right, now let's turn the keyboard over and find the keys in question. Question mark, colon. Okay. Now, once I did something like this, where I focused in and I took, I said, oh yeah, these are the keys that aren't working at one point. I did this on another one. This is the question mark. And went back in and just took care of those, and it just didn't go well. So that is the question mark. It is. So we'll give this another thorough going over, which I'm sure I already did. I'm sure of it. I have no doubt that every other key, almost every other key, is now just dandy. So I have no doubt that this one too cannot be dandy. So that is the question. What is the answer? I just don't know. I suppose what I might do this time, when I'm finished, put everything back together, but not put the wires back. Well, that's coming. All right. One swab. Now, that is the question. Just a moment. That was the question. Now we have the semicolon, which is beside the question. It is. So we'll go again. And you know, I could do it a bunch less, because it's probably almost okay. But you may have heard this before. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to be doing this now. I really don't. But here I am. All right. We got the fills. We got the fills. Go round and round. Ooh. One of the keys is trying to pop up. We don't want that. I suppose there's always the possibility that there is some horrible failure inside the key. But I don't want to hear that. Oh, yeah. Okay. That is the semicolon. So we have the run stop. It should be here. It should be. And away we go with the same beautiful treatment. And I already see stuff coming off. I do. Like lots of it. All right. Oh, yeah. It is hard to have a machine that you can't stop. All right. That is the run stop key. Now, there's the colon and the L and the question mark. Let's have a look here. Run stop. Oh, colon L. Okay, so the colon is right next to the run stop. Right there. Right there. Ay, 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 ay. Don't want to be here. Don't want to be here doing this again. I have heard in the past people say another thing you should do with these pads, and I'm not sure how to do it, so I won't, but that is to turn them a quarter turn. And I don't doubt that that's perhaps good advice. I just don't know how to do it without hurting things. So I'm not going to try to torment them. They may just pop off and pop out, and everything is just Jim Dandy. They might. Just Jim Dandy. Alright, I'm going to leave this sitting right there, right next to the next key. We're back in the alcohol, deep in the alcohol. Deep in the alcohol. So I forget which key this is. Maybe this is the L. Maybe it is. I will have to look and see, but I know it was right beside the last key that needed doing. It was. Okay. With great attention to detail. Now these swabs can go away. Now, it's funny, I have, oh, the T. The T was being a little wonky. Oh yeah. It's funny, if I look at the shift key over there, it does look kind of white. Interesting. Alright, the T is there. Okay. there is the T, which was mostly okay. Mostly, but I'm sure, looking at that shift key, I know when I went through things. There we go. I know I did everything one at a time. One at a time. Maybe I should have just given it a last little inspection. Perhaps I should have. I will, before I bring that over, or before I do that one, I'll turn this around. You can have a little look. And I will also inspect carefully every single pad to see if we see any residue of anything. And the reason I say that is because maybe on this one right here, I might see just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to turn this around. And there's the shift. And as I look at it, indeed, it looks like there's some sort of white stuff on it. There does seem to be. But we will get that off. Maybe I will also not be trying to think. I guess this, as I was doing this, this was the last corner. Maybe I put it back together too soon. Maybe I need to air it out some. But I remember this was the last corner. Okay. But definitely on that shift key, I could see some kind. It just didn't look the same. Just didn't look the same. So give it a good heaping helping of alcohol. We shall. A heaping help of alcohol. Now, so we've done the run stop, the semicolon, the question mark, the colon, the L, the T, and the shift left. Alright, and now I'm going to pick this up. I should have brought the other glasses up. These are good, but it takes a while to get used to these quad focals. And indeed, on some keys, I don't see what that looked like. I don't. But I do see on this one a little something. So, get out the alcohol. Where is it? This one, just some little white stuff. Maybe that was left over from the board. And if you remember, I thought there was something on one key that was near the T. Oh yeah, I think I see that. I think it's this one. Let me look and see, is that near the T? It is. Okay. this swab is kind of screwed. So you know what? We're not here to save swabs. If the swab is not going to play nice, just grab another one. Grab another. Okay. Now I wonder if I might figure out how these glasses work. There, that's pretty good. Quadfocals. Interesting. Okay. There are two more that I think I will do a little bit on. These two here. I sense a little bit of whiteness. Just a little bit. Like maybe it's just stuff left over from the Q-tip. Maybe it is. And then, of course, we'll have to look at the board again. See if we want to give that another major wipe down. We will see. All right, I'm going to toss that over there. Try and get this on an angle that it reflects nicely in the light using the quad focal. And I don't see anything else. Now, let's get the board. Behold the board. It looks much better since I gave it that serious wipe down. So maybe, in case there is a little bit more, because I do see nothing near the pads. But I do see maybe, possibly, just a little bit more residue from whatever it was that was in here. And maybe I should add this to the repertoire. When a keyboard comes up to be cleansed, the rag and the alcohol. My brother Richard is calling, but we're not going to talk to him right yet. But boy, it is persistent. You would think it would give up, like the phone itself would just say, no, he's not answering now. Okay. So here is the board. Now I suppose it would not be a bad thing to try and determine exactly where those keys are. Oh, there's a hair in there. That's not good. Yeah. Yeah, where are those keys? Well, you know what? That has gone over all the contacts. I'm going to put the lid back on the alcohol for the moment, and I'll let the board dry. And I think I might give it one more wipe. Because you know what? Even after all that, it's not a whole bunch or anything, and it probably doesn't matter. But just if I look in the light just so, this is kind of like cleaning a window where you just can't get rid of the streaks. Ah. 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 Okay. Let's see here. Also gonna make sure that there's no contamination from the cloth. Get it nice and wet and rub it down. Right. All over the place. I've said before, I only want to do this once. But of course, I worked with a great lady who was a great manager of people. And she believed that regardless of whose job was what officially, the best thing to do is get people doing what they like doing most of the time and that they were good at. And then the things that nobody wanted to do, there wasn't that much left. And then disperse it so it was no burden on really anybody. Anyway, she had a great expression, and that is, why do something once when you can do it twice? That was Mary Alford. I grew up around the corner from her. I did. There were three of us. There were three of them. There were... Alright, so I guess what I'm going to do now is leave this over here and leave this over here. There's the keyboard. And I'll give another little look here. I really need to sort out the glasses better. But everything here looks good. It really does. Anyway, but I am going to give this more time to dry before I seal it up. So I have the screws, got more Q-tips, and I'm forever hopeful that when I put this back into the pet, that'll be good for another 40 years. Anyway, thanks for coming to the TV room. I'm David Bradley, your host. And we'll see you again soon. Have a lovely, lovely day. Oh, yeah, maybe I'll finish with these. Wait for it. How's it going, eh? Meet you down at the Tim Hortons. We'll get a double-double. Even though, you know what? Here's the thing I have against Tim Hortons. They have all these specials and things. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, you can get a this, you can get a coffee for $1, you can get a tea for $1. Hot chocolate is my drink. I don't get it very often because it's never included in their specials. So I just don't go. And I've written to them. I've said, why? Why do you discriminate against hot chocolate? Coffee, tea, hot chocolate. Why? Why? Anyway, so it's alright. I really don't need the caffeine. I really don't need the hot chocolate. You know. Anyway. Alright. Thanks for coming. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.